Do you feel like no matter how much you rest, you're still tired? Like your body is holding tension you can't explain, and being around others feels more like work than connection? What if I told you that your nervous system learned to never truly rest? Not because you're broken, but because you had to stay braced in your relationships to feel safe. Rest isn't about tuning out, it's about tuning in. What you learned in childhood about relationships taught you whether it's safe to rest or whether you spend your life bracing and efforting in relationships. We have lost touch with the fact that being able to rest isn't about passivity, but about fully being engaged with ourselves and life. The relationships we had with our caregivers taught us whether we could fully, authentically engage or whether we had to perform or disengage as a way of self-protection. Being able to relax and rest means being in a safe environment to feel and express all parts of ourselves without being abandoned, rejected, or invalidated. I'm going to say that again. Being able to relax and rest means being in an open and safe environment to feel and express all parts of yourself. Hi, my name is Leah, and I'm a somatic psychotherapist who feels passionate about helping people learn how to release trauma patterns that are held in the body so they can feel more alive. Okay, so back to it. Most of us grew up in households that taught us what behaviors and what parts of ourselves were welcome and which ones weren't. These messages taught us to begin to brace against the fullness of who we are and to slowly start to create barriers within our bodies to stop the free-flowing life force energy that is the expression of our being able to be fully expressed. These barriers look like tension at the base of the skull, tension in the shoulders, stomach issues, shallow breathing. This tension was your body's way of protecting you from the pain of, at best, being ignored and neglected, and at worst, being abused and punished for saying or doing things that weren't in alignment with your caregiver's narrative about who you are or the agenda they had about how they expected you to behave and feel. Because connection, when it successfully is able to attach, that's the most important part of survival for children. They will do anything to try to be accepted and to attach to the caregivers, even if that means cutting themselves off from their full expression of aliveness. When we learn to brace against our aliveness, we forget to rest, and we forget how to trust. We forget how to rest and trust in relationships and how to rest and trust within ourselves. This inability to rest within ourselves and trust our expression of aliveness and intuition is at the root of why we can't rest and trust being in connection with others without having to people please or create defenses to protect ourselves from being hurt. This is why we must remember how to yield through our back body to begin to heal. To help us rest, we must remember our bodies know how to feel safe, and that means they know how to let go and trust being held and supported. We have to remember how to get back to that. This relational movement is called yielding. When we yield through the back of our head, our upper and lower back, our hips, the backs of our legs and our feet, we feel supported. And we spent the first part of our lives in a perpetual state of yielding in the womb. And outside of the womb, before we could use our arms and our legs to maneuver through space, all we did was yield. In this state, we came to know ourselves as our core essence, this vital life force energy that is both active and receptive. In the womb, yielding to support, feeling supported by life within the containment of the womb was our state of being. The state of being trusted the process of life to unfold without resistance. This life force energy exists outside of us and all around us, within us and is us. When we consciously tune into this force and remember it has its own intelligence, it connects us to something greater than ourselves that can nourish, nurture, and hold us, and that can also activate, move, and propel us through life. It knows how to say yes, and it knows how to say no without fear. When we remember that we are connected to Source and also Source, we can begin to let go and rest through the back body. This process helps us internalize what it means to be human. It's a felt sense of knowing I have a right to be here. I exist. My needs are valid, and I belong. Permitting ourselves to rest allows us to stop needing to control everything, to trust the timing of our life to unfold, and to embrace the life force rhythms of activity and rest to flow through us naturally. We were never meant to live in perpetual rigidity, productivity, bracing, isolation, numbness, or disconnect. However, this is what the environment required from many of us so that we could maintain a false sense of safety and acceptance. Be kind to yourself as you embark on this path of unlearning these bracing patterns and learning how to let go and rest. Discovering life force energy and experiencing ourselves as being able to yield and authentically connect with ourselves is so scary because this process reveals to us why we had to brace. And allowing ourselves to look at the environmental conditions that required us to lose touch with ourselves can be scary, and it can bring up a lot of grief. You are not meant to walk this path alone. Please find a supportive community. Find a somatic healer or a somatic therapist to help you as you walk the path leading you back home to source, back home to connection, to belonging. If this video resonated with you, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I'll be releasing more content weekly. If you live in California and would like to see a therapist, please check out my website. I have associates that are accepting new clients, and they would love to support you on your journey. Also, please sign up for my newsletter. I'll be announcing dates for an upcoming workshop, and that workshop will walk you through what I call my core connection approach. Sending all of you so much love and encouraging y'all to take a moment today to breathe into your back body and gently whisper, I see you, I hear you, you belong here. See if you can give yourself permission to let go and trust the intelligence of your life just a little bit.